The Young and the Restless is setting the stage for two dramatic weeks in Genoa City, with Nick Newman facing another devastating setback, and Kyle Abbott's growing connection with Victoria Newman threatening to create a major family conflict. During the week of August 10th through August 14th, Nick's battle with addiction takes another disturbing turn. He'll experience a terrifying nightmare that forces him to confront one of his greatest fears, that his actions could destroy the people he loves most. The nightmare may not be real, but the emotions behind it certainly are. Nick has been struggling to regain control of his life, and his latest choices have only increased the concerns of his family. Unfortunately, waking up won't immediately bring the change everyone is hoping for. Nick will soon encounter a mysterious woman named Marie Kirkland, and the timing couldn't be worse. With Nick already emotionally vulnerable and struggling with his recovery, his connection with Marie appears poised to send him toward another dangerous low. The two apparently end up doing drugs together, leaving Nick closer than ever to rock bottom. Victor and Nikki Newman will naturally be worried about their son. They know Nick needs help, but no amount of family pressure can solve the problem unless Nick truly commits to his own recovery. Victoria Newman will also struggle with everything happening to her brother, and her concern for Nick will unexpectedly bring her closer to Kyle Abbott. Kyle becomes a source of support for Victoria during an emotional moment. What begins as simple comfort, however, quickly starts feeling like something much more complicated. The attraction between Kyle and Victoria has been quietly building, and during the week of August 10th through August 14th, they'll come dangerously close to acting on it. A near kiss could mark the beginning of a romance that neither family is prepared to handle. Kyle may tell himself that he's simply supporting Victoria while she deals with Nick's crisis, but his feelings could become increasingly difficult to ignore. Victoria may find herself facing the same problem as Kyle, become someone she feels safe opening up to. That emotional connection creates the perfect conditions for something deeper to develop. As the story moves into the week of August 17th through August 21st, Kyle and Victoria could find themselves facing even greater temptation. This time, stopping themselves may not be so easy. Their growing attraction could finally lead to a kiss, and if their chemistry continues to intensify, the relationship could eventually become far more intimate. The bigger problem will be keeping it hidden. Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott may soon begin noticing that something is different about their son. Whether Kyle accidentally reveals too much, or Jack and Diane witness an intimate moment themselves, the truth about his feelings for Victoria seems destined to come out. And when it does, neither parent is likely to celebrate. Jack and Diane have recently tried to leave revenge and family warfare behind. After years of conflict with Victor Newman, they would rather enjoy some peace than find themselves dragged into another battle between the Abbotts and Newmans. Kyle's involvement with Victoria could destroy that peace almost instantly. Jack understands Victor well enough to know how badly he could react to discovering that Kyle has become romantically involved with his daughter. That could lead Jack and Diane to deliver a serious warning to Kyle. They may urge their son to think carefully about what he's risking before his feelings become impossible to control. Then there's Claire Newman. Kyle's history with Claire makes this situation far more complicated than an ordinary romance. Any possibility of Kyle and Claire repairing their relationship could disappear once Claire learns that Kyle has developed feelings for Victoria. There's also one particularly uncomfortable reality Kyle won't be able to escape. Victoria is Claire's mother. Claire could view Kyle's involvement with Victoria as a major betrayal, and she may ultimately join Victor in opposing the relationship. Victor and Claire could make it perfectly clear that they want this romance stopped before it goes any further, but their objections may come too late. By the time the truth is exposed, Kyle and Victoria could already have developed feelings strong enough that walking away won't be simple. Meanwhile, Nick's downward spiral may finally force him to face reality. After reaching another low with Marie, Nick could accept that returning to rehab is the only real option left. Instead of continuing to convince himself that he can manage the situation alone, he may finally acknowledge that he needs professional help. Nick could also encourage Marie to seek treatment. Their shared struggles may create an unexpected bond, but Nick bringing Marie into his recovery journey could create another source of concern for his family. Sharon Newman may be especially cautious about the situation. She knows Nick well and understands how dangerous his addiction has become. Marie's sudden presence in Nick's life could leave Sharon wondering whether this new connection will support his recovery or make an already difficult situation even worse. Elsewhere in Genoa City, Devin Winters is preparing to deliver some surprising news to his family. Devin has been questioning how his enormous wealth has affected the person he has become. That self-reflection could push him toward a life-changing financial decision. He may decide to give away a significant portion of his inheritance, either by helping members of his family or making substantial charitable donations. For Devin, the decision could be less about money and more about reclaiming the life he actually wants. Lily Winters will also have some advice for Nate Hastings. If medicine is still where Nate's heart belongs, Lily may encourage him to return to the career that once meant so much to him. But Lily will have problems of her own as tension develops with Kane Ashby. Billy Abbott's determination to uncover a secret involving Chancellor threatens to create trouble across several relationships. Billy remains convinced that Jill Abbott has been hiding something connected to Chancellor's previous financial crisis and the mysterious benefactor who stepped in when the company desperately needed help. Instead of letting the mystery go, Billy appears increasingly determined to uncover the entire story. Kane sees trouble coming. He'll warn Jack about Billy's latest obsession, potentially raising concerns that Billy is once again allowing his determination to consume him. Billy will eventually explain his investigation to Jack and Kyle, but Jack may not like what he hears. He knows his brother's history and understands how quickly Billy can become fixated on proving something. Jack may fear that Billy's obsession with Chancellor could destroy the stability he has finally found. That includes Billy's relationship with Sally Spectra. Sally has already dealt with enough uncertainty, and Billy allowing another mission to take over his life could create serious problems between them. Billy's actions could also cause tension between Kane and Lily, forcing Kane to spend part of the following week trying to repair their relationship and keep their romance moving forward. With multiple storylines beginning to collide, the next 2 weeks could dramatically reshape several relationships in Genoa City. Nick's addiction storyline appears headed toward one of its most painful moments before there is any genuine hope of recovery. Devin could make a decision that changes the way he approaches his wealth and his future. Billy's search for answers could threaten the relationships around him. But Kyle and Victoria's unexpected connection may ultimately create the biggest family explosion. What started as Kyle comforting Victoria during a painful moment involving Nick is quickly becoming something neither of them expected. Jack and Diane could soon realize exactly what is happening and warn Kyle that he is walking straight into another Newman-Abbott disaster. Victor is unlikely to accept the relationship quietly. Claire could have even stronger personal reasons for opposing it. Yet Kyle and Victoria may discover that family warnings aren't enough to make their attraction disappear. If they finally give in to temptation, their secret won't remain hidden forever. And once Victor, Claire, Jack, and Diane know the truth, one unexpected romance could be all it takes to put the Newmans and Abbotts on opposite sides once again.